What's the best advice you have to give to the students who aspire a scientific career?
Yesterday they asked that question, so they should know it by now. I think they have to work. They have to work hard and to get their exams and do their homework. They have to do their work. Science is not something which just comes down from the sky and you suddenly are a scientist. When you want to play tennis, you are ready to do this a number of times, hours a week, just to be good. Science is the same thing, and it's even more effort needed.
How do you think will be the future of our artificial enzymes with customized medicine? Do you think we'll go to we'll have like supermarkets of artificial enzymes, like a pharmacy?
No, artificial enzymes, I mean, we don't want, it's not a question of artificial enzymes. I think there are a lot of medicines, and medicines already cure many conditions. Antibiotics made an enormous change, and many other medicines have been discovered which are very helpful. There are supermarkets like that. I mean, your pharmacy is a supermarket for medicines. Huh? Okay, you don't call it supermarket, but it's just sort of the same thing. So there's enormous progress has been made, and the way we live today is very much different from what it was, let's say, a generation, 2 generations ago, where these medicines were not available, and now you can treat conditions, health conditions, which you could not treat before. So things have become much better. I'm not of those who think that the past was good. The past was no good.
Do you think that the scientific progress will lead to a scenario of no disease?
No disease doesn't exist.
Cure to all the diseases?
I will cure many diseases. I don't know what all means, because maybe we don't know all of them yet. And for instance, when people say there is now more Alzheimer, more cancer and so on, it's because we get older. Huh? We live longer, so this is normal. When you many years ago, when you died at 40 or 45, of course you didn't get them because you didn't live long enough.
Do you think that the biological field of chemistry, the biochemistry, is making the other fields of chemistry being forgotten?
Not at all. You cannot do biochemistry without knowing your basic chemistry. That's an illusion. It's not because it's called bio that you have to forget about the others. And this is also one of the things which is a bit strange, that sometimes people think that you can understand biology or medicine without the basic sciences. You need the basic sciences.
How can you explain to people that will listen to us that are not biological or biochemists science the challenge of and the importance of artificial enzymes?
No, I don't see what you mean about artificial enzymes. There are no artificial enzymes. We don't want artificial enzymes. No, they are natural enzymes. It's medication, but not enzymes. Huh? Okay. Now, the importance is that you can treat a given condition. For instance, this infectious disease, which are treated by antibiotics. That was a big change. But new things are coming up again, because some of those medications were used too much, so some organisms have become resistant, and for instance tuberculosis is coming back, which was more or less contained. On the other hand, other diseases have been, like smallpox, have been eradicated. You don't talk about smallpox anymore. Huh? It has been eradicated, which, however, means that we are very sensitive, that if by any risk, I wouldn't call it chance, the risk of having maybe somewhere a smallpox appearing again, then everybody would be very sensitive, because we are not vaccinated anymore. So, but this is one of those big changes. Poliomyelitis, polio is also something which has been very much contained. And with the modern vaccines for polio, there is very little polio now.
How do you...
Leprosy is another case where you can cure, and you can, in principle, you could cure everybody, simply. In leprosy, there's medication for that.
How do you select, or how did you select young students to be a part of your group, your lab?
The what?
The young scientists that work with you.
Oh, I have to look. I try to get the people who are really interested in what they are doing. Those who are going to work hard and to be enthusiastic, and to be also intelligent enough. And it's difficult to judge somebody, but I try to interview them, to talk with them, and to, of course, it's also depending on what their results were before that. You look at results at exams, you look at what teachers thought about them. And if they are postdocs after the doctoral studies, if it's a postdoc, then you can write to the former supervisors and like that. It's a complicated process. You make mistakes, but you try to select the ones you feel are the ones most dedicated to their work, who want to really do something to make their life give us a meaning to their life.
Thank you very much.